Dobrodošli u 10. epizodu. Prošli put sam fulala pa sam 8. nazvala 9. ali evo sad sam se ispravila. 10. epizodu Nela Simić TV podcast na Nela Simić TV kanalu. Moja današnja gošća Jelena Iva Nikolić. Kako da ju nazovem od mnogih njezinih funkcija? Food stilistica, food blogerica, pazi, u prošlom životu ja bi to nazvala, znaš kako to već biva, i menadžerica, i teatrologinja, i svašta, i svjetska putnica, ali prvenstveno široj javnosti poznata kao osnivačica Malog placa na Tavanu. Nekako si zaslužna, pa bi ja s time počela, jer sam upravo u fazi zdravog življenja, pokušavam malo zdravije jesti. Baš mi to ne uspijeva, ali sam totalno nekreativna što se hrane tiče, smuti mi je maksimalni doseg. Ako im si napravite salatu s mozzarellom, tunom i smuti, to je to.
Pa to je
to jedem već 4 dana, pa ćemo malo poslije možda o tome. Ako i vi želite se početi zdravo hraniti kao i ja, Jelena će imati puno savjeta. Mali plac na Tavanu ove subote se vratio nakon koliko dugo vremena ne na Tavanu?
Pa mislim da je negdje 2 godine ga ne bilo na Tavanu, možda čak i 3. Prošlo je dosta vremena. Mislim, ja sam izgubila pojam o vremenu bivajući u Indiji prošlu godinu, cijelo meni se sve preokrenulo. Tako da, bit će da je nekih 2-3 godine, da. Tavan bio zapravo host za školu mog prijatelja Hrvoja Majera, koji je gore imao i još uvijek ima art na Tavanu, ali to je bio onda jedini projekt s povremeno nekim eventima koje sam ja radila dok bi došla u Hrvatsku, pa bi onda opet otišla u Indiju i tako. Ali sada sam tu.
Spomenula si što se sve okrenulo između ostalog. Jedna divna stvar. Gagan. Jelena's love. Gagan, welcome.
Thank you.
Gagan, how long are you in Croatia now? When did you come?
It's been 5 months now. And yeah, we came in winter and now spring is something that we are enjoying. It's beautiful in spring.
I can imagine. But first, when you came, you were in Rijeka.
We were in Rijeka for a month, and then before Christmas, we moved back to Zagreb.
Was this your first time 5 months ago coming to Croatia ever?
Da.
Was it a pleasant surprise?
Oh, it was beautiful. And since I come from the equator, coming to the winter here was fantastic for me. It was amazing.
Are you sarcastic?
No.
No, he's serious.
I really enjoy the cold weather. So it was
and
great.
snow.
And how is it? You were living most of your life in Bombay?
In Bombay, yes.
Is it maybe I'm ignorant, but is it like a humid tropical kind of climate, or it's more
humid,
dry?
It's very humid. Winters for us is around October to December, and I think it's just about 20 degrees. So
that's winter, 20 degrees.
That's winter for us.
When
I don't know.
It's 20 degrees in the night. It's like
the
during
nights,
the...
yeah.
Take me there.
But
I
during
hate
the
winter.
days, it's like 30 degrees,
and
right?
in
babe?
summers, it can go up to 40 degrees, so it's pretty hot.
Beautiful.
Do you have some weather changes like tropical rains since
Monsoon.
we
We have
started? Monsoon
yes.
also there.
Yeah, we have like 3 months of monsoon there.
Do you like monsoons?
It's pretty nice, but not in Bombay. If you go south of India, it's amazing.
So how did you two meet?
Well, that's a long story. But let me just shorten it into the thing that when I was doing a project Dreaming of India, I wanted to go to India and make little videos about people who are living their dreams, because when I was working there, I've met a lot of them who made like radical changes in their lives, and they had like really nice and interesting stories. So I wanted to start from there. And that's how the project got its name, like Dreaming of India, right? So I wanted to take some videographers from Croatia to India, but they were like, most of them, they were like, they were a little bit afraid.
So
First.
you found
Second,
your videographer in India.
First and second, it was like I didn't have so much money. I didn't have such a huge budget. I had one sponsor and like just enough money to take the train ticket. I almost said, my God, airplane ticket. And that's how he requested me on Facebook. And then I started to search for the film people, like on a suggestion of my friend, that like it's more intelligent to go there and to connect with the people from Bombay, because it's a film city. So there must be like also students and professionals, whoever, you know, so you can like connect and do some
And
pretty
probably
great job.
cheaper than taking
Of course.
Croatian videographers.
Of course, that will go everywhere and like be shocked with the like dirtiness, or will have
Bitching
some
about.
bitching about something like the crowd and this and that and the weather. You know how our
But
people are spoiled.
You also started bitching after 1 year in Bombay. It
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
so easy to live.
Of course not.
It's a very dynamic city.
It's a super dynamic city, super crowded. I've landed up there in the middle of monsoon when you have sometimes like such a heavy rains that like the half of the city is like swimming in this dark brown water, you know, and like you drive the cars through that, people walk through that.
I was living in Venice for a couple of years.
So
Don't
you
tell
know,
me about
so you
floods.
know, but this is like, this was completely, I was completely in shock, you know, I never saw that before. And then Gagan told me, what do you mean? Like we work, we are like, I was shooting on the days like this. So I would walk with the camera on my head, you know, and like do the work through this, you know, through like
Waterproof camera.
water. It's crazy. So that was my like initiation into Bombay, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not the perfect place to be for me now, for us. So we came here and decided that we will make our little base here, and we'll go there, of course, like up and down, like because India also for me is a very big inspiration. And we are connected with very creative and nice people there. So we collaborate with them, like me from this foodie point of view, and Gagan like works with film people, so, and people from music industry, and we would love to also bring some of them here too.
Definitely
So,
a good
yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
International crew. So Gagan, what do you do?
I'm a filmmaker. I work a lot on advertising. I do visual effects for films, and I've been doing it since I was 15, so it's like something I really enjoy. I just enjoy the medium of filmmaking, so anything to do with film, directing, camera work, visual effects, everything.
And what do you think? Do you feel a potential of doing it in Croatia?
I think Croatia makes very few films, and India makes about 1,500 films in a year.
Because you're in 1 billion people and
So
we are only 4 million.
Yeah, and
Like
it has
we are
great-
Like
building
1
in
quarter
Bombay.
in London. Yeah, we're a building in Bombay. That would be a good movie, huh?
It's got great potential for films, and it's strange that I think people would think that Croatia is cheaper, but actually Croatia is cheaper than Bombay. Bombay is super expensive. So I think to do any kind of work from Croatia is much nicer. The localities, the locations, the people, it's fantastic here.
Did you met a lot of Indian people here in Zagreb, in Croatia in general?
Well,
Except the ambassador.
no, we met the ambassador, but hardly any Indian people have met.
He
him.
has the most beautiful eyes that I have seen in years.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you think?
He's wearing contacts.
I asked him about that and he said it's real eyes.
Oh my God! Now I spoiled it. I'm
spoiled
sorry.
it
I'm
for me.
sorry, Kumar. I'm sorry, Mr. Kumar.
Now the truth is out. Everybody
Maybe
knows.
not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Also because
So he never told you. You just assumed.
no, I just assumed because it's like such a crazy color of
I
the
asked. He said real eyes.
eyes. Wow.
Well, we must check on this.
Definitely, I
Before we
will.
spoil the game for him.
Yeah.
I will put later on some pictures. Borjan will do. U montaži ćemo ubaciti tu fotkicu da vidite. Ako slučajno netko ne zna kako izgleda veleposlanik Indije u Hrvatskoj, jako zanimljivo lice, prekrasne oči. So, can we do a couple of minutes in Croatian? Malo bih nešto rekla i definitivno o ovom povratničkom malom placu na Tavanu. Ljudi su se zaljubili, pričalo se o Sinkovićevoj. Ne znam da li se ti sjećaš kako smo se ti i ja upoznale. Radili smo neki partij upravo ovdje na Radiju 808 i prišla si mi i već se naravno koja čašica i popila i rekla si mi, negdje je bilo 2 ujutro. Dođite sutra u 11 ujutro u Sinkovićevu 8. I sad pogledali smo se Gordan i ja I kažemo, pa šta se događa u toj Sinkovićevoj? A ne znam šta se događa, dođite pa vidite. I malo smo se kao ono i uplašili i mislili smo si, pa jako smo znatiželjni, mogli bi i doći. I došli smo u Sinkovićevu i šta nas je dočekalo? Da, to su bili neki početci, možda godinu dana je tad tavan postojao.
Da, bilo je jako živo.
Da. Tako da, ono, misteriozno smo se pojavili, kao što je i poziv bio jako
Divno.
misteriozan.
Da. Pa zapravo to je nešto što... ja volim taj način. Znaš, ja imam to... mislim, cijela priča o tavanu je zapravo vrlo osobna. Ne, znači, to je mjesto gdje sam ja dolazila kao curica se igrat i stvarat neke svoje priče, kuhat, crtat, plesat. Još samo nisam nešto organizirala na tavanu za plesanje, ali to nikad, ne reci nikad, mislim, možda nešto isfuramo i u tom smislu. Tako da mislim da je jako zanimljivo i da ljudi jako dobro reagiraju kad je nešto doista autentično. Znači, ja mislim da je taj projekt baš na tavanu zaživio upravo zbog te čudesne lokacije. Mislim, to je onak, ne znam, ko je ikad napravio plac na tavanu ili bilo šta.
Žao mi je sada ljudi koji nikad nisu bili, ne znaju o kakvom je ambijentu riječ, još onaj fenomenalni balkončić s onim pogledom u stražnje dvorište, ono specifično zapravo zagrebačka vizura.
I na Gornji grad, mislim, mali balkon, ali na tom balkonu je znalo stajati, ne znam, toliko ljudi da sam ja mislila da će propast,
I Balkoni TV se snimao.
I Balkoni TV se još uvijek snima na tavanu. Mm-hmm. Da, Jakov uredno snima svoju
pozdrav
ekipicu.
Jakovu Novaku, ako slučajno
pozdrav
gleda.
Jakovu Novaku, da. On uvijek napiše samo porukicu. Jel mogu doći, ne znam, uvijek pol sata prije nego što dođe, a sve je već dogovorio i to. Tako da imamo jako lijepu suradnju mi sa Balkoni TV-om. I mislim, znači, stvar je u tome da ja ću nastaviti na taj način raditi mali plac na tavanu plus sve ostale projekte. Znači, bit će dosta onako custom made, dosta autentično, u smislu takvi ljudi dolazit će dosta šefova prezentirati svoj rad. Prva od njih je Alicia Walter, ta moja prijateljica o kojoj sam ti pričala, koja je stigla upravo iz New Yorka, koja je radila kao šef za Lidiju Bastijanić u Italiji restoranu u New Yorku i onda je kasnije otvorila svoj restoran u Sohovu i sve je to zaustavila zato što se zaljubila u Zagrebčanina. I sad će biti ovdje 3 mjeseca i kuhat će na tavanu, doći će ove subote prvi puta na plac, nešto ćemo pripremiti od hrane koja će biti tamo prezentirana od izlagača, tako da ćete moći prezalogajiti isto nešto brančoliko ili tako. Tako da i donosi meni razne, donijela mi je, mislim, zbog toga je neizmjerno hvala, donijela mi je 2 ogromne mašine koje sam kupila, jedna je neki bijesni džuser, a druga je mašina koja vam istovremeno radi maslace od orašastih plodova i mlijeka od orašastih plodova.
To bi meni trebalo.
Da, tako da Gagan je prošle subote radio masala čaj, tako da su ljudi mogli to kušati. Ove subote će se moći i kupiti, gotov za ponjet kući, jer su svi podivljali za njim, jer stvarno on to radi baš na jedan autentičan indijski način. Tako da,
a za nas koji ne znamo o čemu je riječ?
Pa možeš njega pitati.
Hoću, obavezno. Ali prije nego što skroz odskakućemo na temu, ja vjerujem da jako malo ljudi zna tko je tvoja majka. I zašto mi je to zanimljivo? Jer ja to isto nisam znala do prije 2 godine. Naime, Dorica Nikolić, naša saborska zastupnica i političarka. Ali ono što mi je zanimljivo, često spominješ svoju baku.
Da, to je mamina mama. Baka Đurđa.
I zanimljivo je kako smo svi uvijek nekako tako emotivno vezani uz bake kad imamo neke te priče iz djetinjstva, to ti povezuješ i sa tim tavanom i sa kuhanjem. Mm-hmm.
Da, pa to sve od nje. Ja sam naučila zapravo prvo kako sam se povezala sa hranom je preko bakine klope koja je, mislim, izražavala svoju ljubav većinom kroz kuhanje jer je bila potpuno nemušta za ove bilo koje druge načine. Bila je mala generalica, užasno slatka, ali strašno oštra. Međutim, kad bi ušla u kuhinju, onda bi radila čuda. Mislim, ja sam odrasla na biskvitima sa domaćim pekmezom od marelica, to su mi bili doručci i divkom ili bjankom, ječmenom kavom i to što bi mi ona servirala. I to svako jutro ono friško, znači i to sve od domaćih jaja, znači uvijek se pazilo na namirnice. Ja sam s njom provodila godine i godine, sam ja s njom odlazila na plac i zapravo to je jedna od stvari koju možete zapravo iskusiti na malom placu na Tavanu je baš to da dođete i da se družite i razgovarate sa čovjekom koji stoji iza proizvoda kojeg prodaje. Ne? Tako je moja baka imala svoje ljude.
Generalica.
Da, generalica imala svoju tetu za jaja, pa za sir, pa za meso, ribu, povrće. Svaki čovjek je bio, i to se znalo, to se godinama se kupovalo samo od tih ljudi. Znači to je to što ja želim ponovno uspostaviti na Tavanu. Znači to nije samo još jedna od ovih eko malih tržnica koje se sad organiziraju po cijeloj Hrvatskoj i po cijelom gradu. Znači poanta doista jest da vi osim svega upoznate čovjeka, da se s njim povežete i da od njega počnete kupovati ili vaša obitelj i onda frendovi i to, i da svaku subotu si dolazite po svoj komad, po dio te svoje hrane i njegove hrane i da ga dođete vidjeti, da se malo podružite i tako zapravo potičemo i te ljude da stalno rade na svojim proizvodima, da se razvijaju. Recimo sad je došao nakon 2 godine, znači se pojavio ponovno na mom tavanu sirar Hrvoje iz naša farma se zove ta njegov brand. Mislim, to što je on uspio isfurat, znači on je eksplodirao. Znači ima od pljesnivih sireva, kamembereva, svježeg sira. Sad je počeo razmišljati da bi htio napraviti grčki jogurt. Znači oni su svi isto, ovisi kakvi su ljudi i onda to njih isto potiče da se na neki način razvijaju. A ta živa razmjena i mislim i to što sam ja zapravo i obećala i na tome ću stvarno ozbiljno raditi, da dofuram što više profesionalaca iz gastronomije, da počnu zapravo ih upoznavati, da se počnu s njima povezivati i da ti restorani kod nas konačno imaju stvarnu pravu hranu od malih proizvođača.
Mnogi blogeri kad se tebe spominje najčešće u medijima uvijek kažu da si na neki način pionirka tog nekog zdravog života, možda i tog nekog specifičnog načina koji je mali plac, što je donio ljudima. Uvijek smo imali plac, svi smo naravno mogli otići na dolac i zdravo se hraniti. Ali možda je to malo, ja bi to nazvala ta neka hipsterska brija, ljudi vole da im se to na neki način i prezentira. A ti si to realno jako lijepo prezentirala i čini mi se da je i to najvažnije, možda i probranost tih proizvoda.
Tako
ja se sjećam ko mala, često su mi deda i baka kupovali jaja iz Zagorja i uvijek su bila super fina i znaš kad se sjećaš tog nekog okusa kojeg više nema. I onda godinama sam jela ta nekakva bez veze jaja, uopće nemaju nikakav okus po dućanima i neki dan na Sigečici živim, neki moj lokalni dućančić ima ta neka jaja u zelenom paketu, piše ribnica. Možda jaja naših farmi ili nešto tako. I od tada ih kupujem, prošlo je tome već 2 mjeseca i jedan dan jedem ta jaja i onako stoji mi taj karton na stolu i malo pogledam, onako vrtim i vidim ime čovjeka iz tog OPG-a. I odem googlat čovjeka i nađem njegov broj u registru tamo te firme njegove i nazovem čovjeka, bilo već 7 navečer. Znači, vjerojatno je čovjek mislio da sam neki psihopat. Nazovem čovjeka i kažem, Marko se zove. Čujte, Marko, mi se ne poznamo, ali ja upravo jedem vaša jaja doma i toliko su fenomenalna da sam u šoku, da ne mogu vjerovat. I samo zovem da vas pohvalim.
Divno.
I čovjek je prvo mislio da sam malo sarkastična ili ko zna šta ću tražiti. I on je rekao, ma poslaću vam 10 paketa, dođite pogledat naše kokice. Ja kažem, jesu sretne koke? Jel šetaju zdrave? Da, sretne su koke, nisu u kavezima. Rekao, ok, dobro, hvala Marko, doviđenja. Bravo za to.
To je to.
I to je taj feeling koji je stvorio mali plac, da ljudi imaju potrebu nekome reći, wow, bravo, predivan ti je sir, wow, super ti je kolač. I to je ono što nije postojalo.
Da, i da jednostavno se, kažem, svaki puta se vraćaš i kupuješ na tom mjestu, družiš se, isprobavaš nešto novo. Ja bih, vjerojatno ću uskoro početi raditi i male hands-on radionice isto u sklopu placa, jer zapravo sada nema toliko izlagača, neće biti takva gužva u smislu da sad naguram 800 stolova pa da je to samo to. Meni je više sad poanta da se stvarno prezentiraju interesantni ljudi sa interesantnim proizvodima koji, mislim, imaju taj neki drive da se razvijaju, da na neki način eksperimentiraju, ko što je, ne znam, ova Silvija moja iz OPG Miklec, koja radi inače kremšnite od batata. Sad smo prošli put smo razmatrale kako bi bilo lijepo napraviti...
To je Jelena, Borino, skoro kamera ispala iz ruke kad si rekao kremšnite od batata.
Da, i pazi, od ljubičastog batata. Znači, imaju još i ludu boju. I sad mi razmatramo kako bi to bilo zanimljivo staviti u posudice, a ne onak kao kremšnita. Znači, sad već idemo i na tu prezentaciju koja će biti skroz drugačija. Da, znači to je to, podržavanje kreativnosti, podržavanje te izvornosti, druženja, spontanosti, ljubavi prema životu, ljubavi prema hrani, ljubavi prema dobroj hrani. Dobra hrana je zdrava hrana, znači tamo ima i, ja ću imati i bezglutenska brašna iz Indije i svakakve i neke sirove šećere koji će isto dolaziti od tamo, isto od malih proizvođača i bla bla bla. I to je zdravo, ali je neko bi rekao zdravo je samo vegansko ili zdravo je samo zeleno.
Zdravo je odmjereno. To je
zdravo je sve
zdravo samo u dobroj mjeri.
Tako je. Da.
I would like to include Gagan a bit. I'm sorry if we neglected you. You know how it is when women start to speak.
Blah, 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 blah.
No, we were talking about, healthy eating, living, and about your tea that you made that I don't know anything about. So I wanted to ask you about how do you feel food? What did you eat at home? What does your family eat? And what do you think about Mali Plac and in general the habits of living and eating in Croatia?
Well, I come from a vegetarian family. But I am a non-vegetarian.
So it was hard for you?
No, it was great for me. And compared to the meats that we eat in India, the meats here are so light, so beautiful, and it's amazing for me here.
You mean because of the spices that you have there, or what are you
the
referring
quality
to?
Of
the
meat.
quality of the meat is completely different. So for me to eat here, like all the meats are fantastic. The eggs are fantastic. And,
he eats so much eggs.
Yeah,
He's like...
Yeah, me too, recently.
Yeah. Because
this will be an egg podcast about eggs. Yeah,
so you can call him. He's like egg eater. Every night he eats eggs.
I was talking about eggs before. I'm sorry you didn't understood, but I called the guy. I bought the eggs that I really liked, so I found the number of that person that produces the eggs or breeds whatever, and I called him just to say, "Wow, I loved your eggs."
For me, sometimes I get dreams in the night when I'm sleeping, and
You're dreaming about eggs.
I am dreaming about like UFOs. There are fried eggs flying around, and then I must wake up in the middle of the night and I must eat some eggs. And then I go back to sleep.
Yelena, do you make him eggs?
No,
during
sometimes,
the
night? but during the night I sleep. He's waking up and fried eggs. It's always fried eggs
only
for
fried
him.
eggs for me.
Yeah.
I love also boiled eggs, but I prefer fried.
Yes.
But not, what's the name in English, like
Scrambled.
kaigana omelet, not scrambled. I like...
No, he likes also that.
Sunny side up.
Sunny side up,
Yeah, perfect. So, what's your favorite Croatian dish? Do we have any that's really, really authentical Croatian?
Well, what did you try, babe? Some štrukli you tried?
Štrukli is very nice. Well, all the taste over here, compared to India, we use a lot of spices, so it's probably a little bland, but I enjoy it. And Štrukli is beautiful. Svarma.
Sarma he doesn't like.
Probably someone has to make it less
sour,
and then I would enjoy it, but that's something, it's okay.
Meats you like, all the grilled meats,
the schnitzel, all the steaks.
And what do you think about Indian restaurant in Zagreb?
I haven't been there because I cook
He
for
cooks
myself.
amazingly.
Yeah.
And what do you think about Jelena's cooking?
She's fantastic. Amazing.
Did you teach each other some recipes?
I like the idea of she combining everything together. It doesn't matter if it's supposed to go together, but she can just do a beautiful job with just combining different spices with different meats, with different fruits, like very playful about it, and it's like always refreshing.
You two look like a food commercial. Love coming from the stomach, you know the saying.
But we live like that, really. It's not faked. It's really like that.
I'm a bit jealous.
No, you come to live with us, a few days, and you will get into that vibe for sure, because it's natural to every human
Maybe
being.
some cooking class for me.
Of course.
One week of cooking class.
Yeah, I have a workshop that's called Intuitive Cooking. That's very cool, for example.
Klaudina kuhinja.
So we can do it. We can do it if you want. Like, you can also ask few of your friends who are not into cooking, which is something that I don't believe. I just think that people didn't have anyone who would just get them into that, because cooking is very creative. It's something, if you're a creative person, and you are, come on, look at yourself. So
But you know what's my problem? It's not that I think that I'm not into cooking, but simply maybe I don't know what ingredients to use. Like, I feel really I feel like limited with ingredients. I have.
That's why you have.
You
to
know
come.
what I mean. That's the problem. So maybe I have to know some special ingredients. Maybe lose some fears about cooking.
Just lose the fears and
Yeah.
just let yourself.
I feel your taste
enjoy.
buds are your best way of looking into it. Whatever you enjoy as a taste, you can, I think, combine it with.
I
any
love
other.
eating. Believe me.
You can just combine probably the best of fruits that you like to the best of meats that you like. There's always a way to combine it together, and that's something she does fantastic. Love it.
So, what would you, Jelena, say? What's your favorite food in all your life, in all the world? Your favorite dish, maybe combined, not one ingredient. If you had to
that's
choose
very hard.
now something that you would eat
Yeah.
for a month, just that, what would it be?
Oh my God. It's so limiting for me. It's so limiting. Well, I really don't know. It's like maybe salads, but some crazy salads that I like to make with fruits also combined with greens, with some nuts, with some cheeses and everything inside. And maybe combined with some nice bread or grissini or something. But that's because now it's coming to my mind because it's springtime and I'm thinking about, I always think very seasonal, So for me, when you ask me which is my favorite meal, I will also answer you very seasonal. So I'm wired on the seasons. I don't know. I can eat rabarbara all the time. Like, I really love that ingredient.
I'm a dumb urban millennial that doesn't even know when each fruit or vegetable grows. So I can't think seasonal. You know what I mean?
You have to come to Intuitive Cooking
Okay,
workshop.
I am coming. Evo, ako još ima ljudi koji bi se priključili sa mnom, pišite nam dolje u komentare ili meni u privatni inbox da organiziramo zajednički nešto kod Jelene. Ja sam definitivno za, evo, Borjana već vidim kako radi krepšnite od batata.
Da. Slinice možda cure, to je najbolji. To je najbolji pokazatelj da pričamo o dobrim stvarima.
And you, Gagan, if we took away the eggs, what would be your favorite dish?
Very hard.
That's a tough one.
No eggs, no meat.
Well, I would probably survive on lots of Indian bread and Indian lentils, minus the meat, just like lentils and bread, Indian bread. That's good.
He
That's
makes it very good, like these parathas, which are something like a super easy way for everyone who is into layered pastries. It's such a fantastic way to make it. The layered pastries, as if you are making croissants or something. This kind of pastry, I don't know what's the real name in English for that.
O lisnatom tijestu pričamo.
Da.
Okay.
Tako da, to recimo fantastično radi, i to sam ja, I'm completely impressed with that, how he's like making that and then putting it on the pan and then taking it out and like squeezing it with his hands and like...
Zato mi imamo ledo, pa realno mi nije potrebno, kupim ledo, tijesto, razvaljam.
No, this is nothing like from the scratch, I'm sorry.
So, when you cook together, I assume you do sometimes, what would you choose? Who would do the dessert and who would do the main dish?
I would do the dessert.
Always. She would always do
Yeah.
that.
You would do the main dish.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would make like a Indian sweet, which is the kheer. Yeah, but most of the time she's making
Yeah,
desserts. She's baking cakes every second day.
Yeah.
Every second day.
Can I come live with you?
Oh, that's
Can I
what
be your roommate?
That's what I told you. Yeah.
Kao posvojite me na 3 mjeseca.
Aha, dođi. Skroz će ti se promijeniti ovaj način.
I believe so.
I osim toga, imam u vrtu sada, imamo, evo jutro sam, to mi je užasno fora, kad se ujutro probudim i onda se spustim dolje i nabrala sam ogroman stručak melise i mente.
Ti si jedna super sposobna žena, ti to i sadiš.
Da, to smo posadili prošle godine, Hrvoje je to sve, Hrvoje je zapravo
Bravo.
taj koji je uredio cijeli vrt i onda smo posadili svašta, i lavandu, i ružmarin, i timijan, i melisu, i mentu, i sve. I ja sam ja dođem u vrt, lijepo skinem svoje natikače, onda bosa po travici, naberem te melise i to popijem. Prva stvar ujutro koju popijem je čaj od melise.
Za što je melisa zdrava?
Pa za živce prije svega. To je za mene jako važno.
Ja sam čula majčinu dušicu, daj meni u zadnje vrijeme. Kad
to
se
je za živce.
Stres života natovari, ali
za
majčina
imunitet.
dušica, je li tako isto?
I to isto, da.
To sam čula da je najbolji prirodni antidepresiv.
Je. To je to je kantarion takozvani. Da, je.
Ali kantarion samo naziv ulja ukoliko staviš majčinu dušicu u to, nisam baš sigurna da li je to pitko, nego baš čaj od majčine dušice.
Čaj. Da. To je super i super je ta melisa jer je osvježavajuća je, super je za probavu, super je za živce i za imunitet. Meni je to onak malo smrdano od kad sam se vratila iz Indije, tamo sam imala, jer sam u monsun uletila pa su me napali svi mogući virusi, pa mi je koža podivljala, pa svašta. Tako da ja zapravo od kad sam tu se pokušavam vratiti na svoj neki, iako su mi Indijci obećali da ću biti snažnija. Budući da sam to sve proživjela.
A kako ti se boja tako dobro drži?
Pa znaš zašto? Zato što sam svaku zimu, već 4 godine sam zapravo svaku zimu na suncu.
Ti si već mutaciju doživjela.
Ja sam mutirana, ja sam polu-indika. I'm half Indian, baby. Like, this is like skin is turning into Indian skin. Which is great, because look at him. They have like such a beautiful skin. Like, color-wise, quality-wise. They have fantastic skin and beautiful teeth. All of them. Like, big, white, strong teeth with strong desni.
So you were hoping gums. So you were hoping that you will be healthy and beautiful, and instead...
Yeah. I will wear sari from tomorrow and I don't know. Dance Bollywood dance.
Have you learned some moves?
No, but that's my thing, that when we go back to Bombay, I'm going to the dance classes. He promised me, because he has friends who are teachers, that he will organize for me a teacher that I can make some Bollywood moves.
So Gagan, you dance?
No.
Malo, sometimes.
Can you show us some moves?
Some Bollywood moves.
Yeah.
Everything is a move in Bollywood. You can make whatever, with your head or with your hand, and that becomes like a part of the choreography. They don't have any.
And she has lots of Indian stars that she follows, and she knows. In fact, she knows a lot of Bollywood actors.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
he's
funny.
not into Bollywood,
Do you know some Croatian actors?
I know Nicola Bache.
Nicola Bache. Nico Bache, he
Fantastic,
knows.
yeah.
He is an amazing young actor.
You know him personally, or you have seen? Have you seen any of his
I saw him
films?
on television. I've not seen any of his films. I've met him once, like over a period of few hours, and he was fantastic. Great human being. I think he's got great potential. Yeah, he's someone I would love to work with.
Nice. I hope that soon you will start doing something in Croatia. I think there are great potentials to combine these cinematographies, Croatian and Indian. Guys, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
How would you say thank you in Indian?
Namaste.
Okay, I wanted to hear, from
the real Indian.
the native thing. Ljudi, puse svima, vidimo se u sljedećoj epizodi, komentirajte, lajkajte i javite mi se za tečaj. I na Mali plac, subotu u koliko sati?
Subotama od 10 ujutro do 3 popodne.
Bravo.
Mali plac na Tavanu. Sinkovićeva 8.